The ruthless CEO, Jin Si-han, stared at the 2 words on the death certificate. 1 corpse, 2 lives. The woman he had just cruelly divorced, the woman he believed to be his enemy's daughter, was not only dead but had been carrying his child. In that moment, a document landed on his desk. It was an adoption certificate. The woman he had tortured, Jiang Yuman, was never his enemy's kin. She was innocent. A wave of regret, so powerful it threatened to shatter him, washed over Si-han. He had destroyed the only person who had ever shown him kindness. It wasn't always like this. To uncover the truth behind his parents' fatal car crash, Si-han had been pretending to be a simple-minded fool. His family, desperate for an heir, arranged his marriage with Jiang Yuman. Her father, the true villain, forced her into the marriage, hoping she would conceive a child and seize the Jin family's immense fortune. Yuman, believing she was marrying a disabled man, treated him with nothing but tenderness. She taught the foolish Si-han what consummating a marriage meant. She protected him from bullies, declaring to the world that she wanted to bear his child. But when Si-han was cured after a staged fight, his memory of her kindness was eclipsed by his thirst for revenge. He saw her as the daughter of his parents' murderer. He tormented her, accusing her of tipping off her father, who had mysteriously vanished. "Before I find your parents," he snarled, "you will kneel here like a sinner." He ignored her pleas, her claims of ignorance, and her willingness to stand against her own family for his sake. He thrust divorce papers in her face as she burned with a high fever, coldly telling her, "Even if you're dying, I won't spare you a glance." He had a bodyguard dump her at a hospital, an act that led to her supposed death. But Jiang Yuman did not die. She was rescued by her true family, the obscenely wealthy Shen clan, who had been searching for her for 20 years. Her name was never Jiang Yuman. It was Shen Xinyan. Her grandfather declared that his granddaughter was the family's priceless treasure. Anyone who dared to harm her would face the wrath of the entire Shen dynasty. She was no longer a helpless wife. She was a queen. Meanwhile, a new woman entered Si-han's life. After his grandmother suffers a fall and develops amnesia, she mistakes a scheming woman Shen Qingqing for Yuman. To avoid upsetting his fragile grandmother, Si-han makes a fateful deal. He hires Qingqing to pose as his wife, showering her with money. Qingqing, the illegitimate daughter of a maid in the Shen household, sees this as her golden ticket to become the true Mrs. Jin. At a lavish banquet to announce the Shen heiress's return, Si-han comes face to face with a ghost. There, in a stunning white gown, is Jiang Yuman, now Shen Xinyan, on the arm of her brother Shen Ling. Si-han is floored. The woman he thought was dead is alive, and more powerful than he could have ever imagined. Blinded by jealousy, he confronts her, accusing her of seducing Shen Ling. "The Jiang Yuman you knew is dead," she tells him coldly. "Who I am with now is none of your business." Fueled by Si-han's money, Shen Qingqing decides to assert her dominance at a high-end jewelry exhibition. She spots Yuman wearing a priceless $80 million necklace, and publicly humiliates her, calling it a cheap fake. "This necklace belongs to the Shen family heiress," she declares smugly. Yuman smirks. "And how do you know I am not her?" The confrontation escalates until Yuman reveals Qingqing's true identity, the daughter of a maid who schemed her way into the family. To deliver the final blow, Qingqing flaunts a black card from Si-han, screaming, "He chose me. I am living in his house now." Yuman is unfazed, but Si-han's assistant soon reveals the truth. Shen Qingqing is an illegitimate daughter, and Shen Ling is Yuman's protective older brother. Si-han realizes his catastrophic mistake as the jealousy and misunderstanding clear from his mind. At the same time, a jealous Shen Qingqing, snooping on Si-han's phone, finds he still has Yuman's contact info. Seething, she devises a wicked plan, using Si-han's phone to lure Yuman to a hotel room. Unaware of the danger, Yuman arrives, only to be ambushed by hired thugs. "Who sent you?" she demands. "Jin Si-han?"